What's up, guys? Welcome back for another Diablo 3 how-to guide. In this one, this is going to be kind of a follow-up to my other Kanai's Cube video. I know a lot of people were wanting me to actually, use all the recipes in the cube so that they can see kind of how they worked. So I'll link the old video, so if you need to know, where to find the Kanai's Cube and all that stuff, I'll run through it a little bit in this video, but just consider this kind of an updated guide to that one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use every single one of these recipes here so you can kind of see exactly how the operation works. We'll start at the very beginning here. Extract legendary power. We're going to take these Reaper wraps because I do know that I don't have them extracted yet. So what I'll do is I'll open this up, go to page 1, extract legendary power, drop it in there, fill it, and transmute, and boom. So as you can see, now it is extracted. Alright guys, next up we're going to be doing the second one in the book, which is going to be Reforge Legendary. Now it's going to take 5 of each one of the bounty materials and 50 Forgotten Souls. We'll just take this Crusader shield in here, right? Fill it and then just pop it open. And as you can see, you get a new one just as if it re-rolled or just if it dropped off of a mob is what you get. And they can come out primal doing this recipe right here. Alright, for the next one, Hope of Cain, this is going to be upgrading a rare item. First we need a level 70 equipable item. So what people usually do is they'll go to the blacksmith here and they'll just make something, right? So you want to go to whatever category. Let's see, we want to upgrade bracers. We go all the way down. We're going to select the first or the last rare one here because you can see it's level 70. We're just going to craft one of them. Boom, now we have some bracers, right? Run over here to the cube. Go over here. Go to upgrade rare item. We're going to be using 25 DBs, 50 reusable parts, 50 arcane dust, and 50 veiled crystals. So you just drop it in there, you hit fill, right? Transmute, and there you go. Alright guys, the next recipe we're going to do is going to be convert set item. What you need is 1 set item, 10 DBs, and 10 forgotten souls. So this will only work with set items that are higher than 3 pieces. For instance, let's put this restraint in here and try to get it to work, right? The restraint is part of the Bastions of Will set. There's only 2 pieces in that set. If we try to hit transmute, it says the recipe only works with sets with at least 3 pieces. So what this is going to do when I hit transmute is it's going to give me randomly 1 other piece in that set. So I'll hit transmute here, boom. See, gave me the pants for this con set. Cool. Next we got the remove level requirement. We need 1 equipable item and then a level 25 or higher gem of ease. So let's see if we actually have a gem of ease in here. Let's see. Here we go. Right here, 25. So just go over here, go over to that, remove level requirement. And as you can see here, this requires level 70. So we're going to drop that in there. We're going to put this level 25 gem of ease in there with it. And then we're going to hit transmute. As you can see now, it requires only level 1. And I've actually done this with like a full build and like equipped a level 1 character. It's kind of fun. Alright, you hit accept, you get the item out. Next one, we're going to do convert gems. What we need is any 9 gems and then 1 of the following essences. So we'll just grab some gems here real quick. Go to the gem tab. Let's see. I usually like having a lot of emeralds. And this will work with any level of gem, right? So if we put 9 of these gem types in here, this tier of gem, it'll give us the result in that tier as well. But we'll just take these max level flawless royal amethyst, and what you want to do is to get the essences, you go to act 2 to the hidden camp. Once you actually load in here, go up here to squirt the peddler, and her miscellaneous tab is all of these essences, right? So what you want is whatever you want the gem to be is the essence that you need to pick. So we want it to be emerald, so we're going to grab, let's just grab 3 of the essence of emerald, and we're gonna go back to Metatown because that's where the whole game should be played from. And then just go to the cube here, go back to our recipe, which is convert gems. We're just gonna drop it in here, and then we're dropping it with the essence, right? So this will result in 9 flawless royal emeralds. Check it out, boom, right there. This is actually a pretty quick way on trying to get augments done. If you pick, that's why you should just pick up every gem that drops, because when you get ready to do augments and you need to start getting all of one type of gem, you can just start converting all of the other ones that you don't need. All right, moving on. you want to convert reusable parts. So what this is going to do is going to take reusable parts 1 dB and then it's going to turn it into something else. Now you need one of the following to go in with it: a magical item or a rare item. Whatever one you put in is what it's going to convert to. For instance, if you put 100 reusable parts in here, a dB, and then a magic item, it's going to give you arcane dust. If you put in a rare item, it's going to give you veiled crystal. So let's just go in here, just craft something. Here we go. Craft one of these. And we'll craft a magical item as well. Alright, so then just go back to the cube, go over to the tab for convert reusable parts. So now what we want to do is we're just going to go ahead and convert reusable parts into veiled crystals. So what we'll do is we'll throw in our rare dagger, right? Fill it with 100. It's not going to take all 22,000 of these. It's just going to take 100 and hit transmute. Boom. See, now we got 100 veiled crystals. We can do the same thing with this magical item, right? So we'll convert these reusable parts into arcane dust. Nice. That's how that works. And there's another tab for the arcane dust one, so you can actually convert from arcane dust over to reusable parts or to veiled crystals as well. And you do the same thing. You'll just throw in either a common item if you want it to be reusable parts, or a rare item for veiled crystal. Same requirements, except it's going to be putting in arcane dust. And there's also another one for veiled crystal, so you can change veiled crystals into either reusables or arcane dust as well. I'm not going to go through those because it's literally the same process, and you just have to make sure you pick whatever item you want it to convert into and place it in there. All right. The last one is going to be ancient augmenting, right? So this one's a little complicated. I think this one probably people need a little bit more explanation for, but the way it works is you need an ancient item, a legendary gem, and then depending on what type of ancient you're augmenting, you need a certain level of that legendary gem to be. And then obviously you need flawless royal gems as well. We'll just kind of walk through this a little bit. We'll see. So what we'll do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to find a level 50 gem, right? So yeah, we'll take this right here. Ice Blink, right? Never use Ice Blink. I think a lot of my stuff is already augmented too. Nope, it's not. Alright, so what we want to do is we actually need some gems as well, because the gem that you put in with it is going to result in the stat that you get. So go in here, go to the very back, last page, augment, right? So what do we want to do? We want to put in an ancient item. So we'll put in, these are actually pretty good. I wouldn't mind augmenting these. We'll put in these boots, you know, these ancient waist boots. And then we need a legendary gem. And since this is an armor piece right here, we need it to be level 50 or higher. For rings or amulets, you need to be at least 40, and for weapons, you have to be at least 30. But this is an armor piece, so we're going to put in this level 50 gem. And then it'll accept 4 of the 5 flawless royal gems. Now, if you put in an amethyst, and you have to put in 3 of them, it'll put vitality on that piece of gear. If you put in emeralds, it'll give you dexterity. If you put in rubies, it'll give you strength, and then topaz, intellect, right? We're playing a barbarian, so we obviously want strength. I almost never recommend anyone to ever put vitality in augment, because unless you're a support build, right? If you have a problem with survivability, put your points of Paragon into vitality and augment all your things into your primary stat, because then when you get better gear and you don't need all that vitality, you don't have to worry about spending all these gems and consuming all these legendary gems to replace all those vitality augments, right? So as you can see here, we've got our ancient boots in the cube. We've put in flawless royal rubies and also a level 50 ice blink. When we hit transmute, what it's going to do, and I'll show you. Boom. Just added 250 strength to that item for level 50. A good way to convert and figure out like how much strength you're going to get is the same as Paragon, right? So as you can see here, for every Paragon point, you get 5 strength, right? And it's the same for augments. For every level that the legendary gem is, it's going to give you 5 primary stat. So that's why it's 250 on that piece of gear with the level 50 gem. Alright, so that was all of the recipe book recipes, but now I'm going to show you 2 that are not in there. So what we need is, we need this, and we need this. Now what we have here is we have a puzzle ring, and then a bovine Baradich, or however you say that. These are not even on the recipe book for the cube. These are kind of like little secrets, right? So what you do is just drop in a puzzle ring, nothing else, and then hit transmute and watch what happens. Yep, I'm going to consume it. See that? It opens a vault, right? You can literally go in here and just kill greed. So all those puzzle rings that you've probably been salvaging, save them, because you can actually get runs in here without actually having to wait for a goblin to spawn, right? Now, you're probably already seeing where I'm going with the next one. This bovine, this is a two-hand polearm. If you are playing a class that this won't drop for with Smart Loop, just craft two-handed polearms and upgrade them in the cube, kind of like I showed you here on page 3. Upgrade rare item, and eventually you'll get one of these. But if you drop that in there by itself, hit transmute, that's going to open the cow level, right? Pretty cool, right? And this is actually very useful for when you're running greater rifts and stuff like that, because there's a guaranteed, there's always 2 pools of reflection in here, and there's a crap ton of chests as well. So this is just a good place to kind of, you know, get drops and get some experience and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's all the recipes for the cube, and I hope this actually helped you and, you know, trying to explain how everything works and is put together. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more Diablo 3 content, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.